guys start with questions.
We saw Key Lawrence go down on Saturday. How's he doing?
He's fine.
He'll be back out here soon? Okay, good. Any other injury news?
Nope.
News broke this morning about adding an interior offensive lineman, I believe. Is there anything you can tell us about that right now? And do you know when you guys expect him to arrive with the team?
Should be here Thursday. We're just excited to get him. Yeah, we're just excited to get him.
Is he project more as a depth guy or somebody who can compete for starting?
Everybody has an opportunity to compete, so as soon as he can get in here and learn the plays and get up to speed, then we'll see where he'll fall on the depth chart.
What are the signs that Quasi can take the next step and kind of become a star this season?
Quarterback situation, just having somebody that can give him the ball. But I'm excited about that whole room. So it's exciting to see what Mikey can do. Stapes is having a great spring to summer to fall, so we're excited for him. Titus is back. He's getting into speed. So all of the receivers returning, we're pretty excited about them because they put in the work this offseason to get ready for the season.
What does it say about that wide receiver group, especially the returning guys, to be in, to still progress and get better, being in 3 different offensive schemes over the past 3 years?
That's part of ball, Systems change. I believe Jalen Hurts has been in 5 different offenses all the way through. So if you make it to be an excuse, it'll be an excuse. But if it's not, it's not.
We saw watching one of those Chasing Saturdays videos, Coach DeShaun rolling out and firing a deep pass and showing how he wanted it done. How has his kind of hands-on approach helped these guys?
He does just a good job with the quarterbacks. He's fiery. He holds them to a standard, and he's not budging. So I love everything that Tino's bringing to the offense, and the guys are responding to it.
How do you feel the offense is kind of shaping up right now?
We're in a good place. We're in a good place. They're taking strides, and people are playing multiple positions at each level. So outside guys are playing multiple positions. Receivers, tight ends are doing the same. Running backs, and it's all coming together.
And we've also seen in those Chasing Saturdays, Rico looked like he's doing some individual work now, and we've also seen him do some running. Where would you, say where his progress is?
He's just progressing. There's no date or anything on Rico. He tore his ACL, so once he feels good and the trainers clear him, then he'll be there to go.
What position group do you think has come the furthest in camp so far?
I would say probably tight ends. Just having Huddy back and Renda and just some guys that are new, so they weren't here in spring. Jack's doing a great job. My 2 freshmen are playing well too.
Does what Tino does with the tight ends kind of open things up for them this season? Do you think they could have a bigger role?
I think Maliki had a really good year last season, so I just think that we're going to use a tight end any way that we can. But we're just excited about this being a full offense and not just a one-dimensional thing. Just being a full offense that can run the ball and stretch the field.
On Saturday, you spoke about the guys just being better at situational. How's that kind of come together in the last couple of practices?
How did you know I talked to you about that?
You said it to us.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. How do you figure that out? But they're just doing a better job. We had 2-minute situations and stuff, and just running the ball into the refs, not throwing it so we can save clock time, getting out of bounds when we need to, and just on defensively, you guys, just protecting the sidelines in certain situations. So it was a good learning experience for both sides of the ball.
In there quite a bit the last few days. Is he making a case for first string status, or is this just more mixing and matching type stuff?
Fonto's having a great camp. He started playing center towards the end of spring, and it just carried over to now, and he's just doing a good job of the opportunity that he's had. And you want to be multi-dimensional. So if you're a player and you have multiple things on your tool belt, that's going to help you later on.
And we've also seen Scooter Jackson a little bit in some of these early periods. What can you say about where he's come? Obviously, I believe he was also with you guys in the spring.
Yes, Scooter's doing a good job also too. Came in the winter, had a good spring, and you guys have seen him a little bit more since Key went down. But
right.
He's everybody's just taking advantage of the reps that they get, and that's the only thing you can really do in our fall camp. Continue to take advantage of the reps that you get, just let everything else play out.
How's backup quarterback progressing at this point?
It's progressing. It's still open. You know, there's 4 guys back there trying to put their best foot forward for that opportunity, and Tino's mixing, matching, and rotating them just to find out who can play and who's just being resilient and taking advantage of their reps.
How close do you feel like you are in terms of the 2 deep on the offensive line? I know next week is the mock game week. In a perfect world, when would you like to know or kind of target your starting 5 there?
I think I have a pretty good assessment of who's going to be the starting 5, and then we'll just get into the kind of like the top 12, top 11 guys, you know. So just getting to that point.
How's Madden looked? You know, circling back to backup quarterback, coming in, you know, not having played a lot last year, true freshman. How's he look? Kind of, you know, his progression and.
He looks good because he had a whole spring. He had a full spring at Arkansas, so it was good that he was able to get some reps. He came in here and learned the offense, and you can see that his growth. Each practice, he's getting better and better, and more vocal and trying to assert his leadership with the group that he goes in there with.
And going back to the 2 deep a bit, as far as maybe a ballpark percentage-wise, about how many starters do you think you already have kind of solidified, and about how many are you still trying to make a decision on?
I don't really have a percentage, but we have a good amount of guys that some returners that are playing, and some other guys that were injured and coming back. So we have a pretty good amount of guys that I'm comfortable with getting out there and playing on Saturday. You got a ladybug on there.
Yeah, it's been on there for a couple minutes.
Yeah.
What's the comfort level between Nico and Tino at this point? Obviously, that relationship evolved.
I think Nico totally trusts him. You know, he's a yes sir, no sir type of kid, and you can just hear he likes to learn. You know, and you can just see his growth out here. The more that he's getting reps and getting around the team, and you know, he brought him up the other day and just let the offense know, like, hey, this is our standard. This is what I'm holding you guys to, and so you see him assert his leadership. It's good.
Just talking to Sal Sinceri, did you ever get any of his wife's meatballs and garlic bread?
Most definitely. Most definitely.
How would you rate those?
They're 10 out of 10. You know, that's 10 out of 10. That was something I got. I was close to the D-line room, so I was close with everybody in that room, so I was able to get a little bit of those meatballs.
When it comes to older guys on the offensive line, it's an older group pretty much. A guy like Cortland Ford coming in, what has he kind of brought to that group?
Just leadership. Somebody who's had experience playing in 2 different conferences before. You know, helping guys like BJ Brooks and, you know, just the younger guys that are here and some of our freshmen. But I just really like what our O-line has done. You know, nobody's complaining. They're excited about their opportunity. And, you know, they might be at one position one period, the next period they're at another, and they're just trying to make strides and continue to play well.
As far as the true freshmen who arrived over the summer, who are some of the guys that have maybe kind of caught on pretty quickly?
Freshmen that arrived in the summer. I would say Lucian was a freshman that got here. Nemo is another one, you know. So, but it's fast.
Right.
It's tough when you don't get here a little earlier and stuff. So it's just good that they're able to get reps and they're not messing up to the point where we can't function. You know, I like that.
Going back to Quasi earlier, what's kind of the chemistry just been like with him and Nico, and how's it, I guess, you know, improved throughout camp so far?
I just think it's more of his what he's doing with the whole receiving room. You know, it's just not going to be a one-person show. So I'm just excited for all of them. You know, I think we have 4 guys that can get out there and play at any moment, and if they continue to get the rhythm and the timing down that they have, then it's going to be pretty exciting.
That's good.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.